Hi, welcome to Youth Soccer Development. This is 7v7 Soccer, How to Play Winger. So the formation we are using is the 2-3-1 formation, which has two wingers. The right wing is the number 7 position, and the left wing is the number 11 position. Their job is to run up and down the field to support the attack and defend. So let's get into the basics of how to play this position. The first is where the winger should play. The right wing should play on the right half of the field, and the left wing should play on the left half of the field. Sometimes they might go a little bit past half, but they almost never should go past an imaginary line connecting the far post to the far post. Let's talk about the winger's job when we have possession. When we have possession in our end of the field, the winger should provide a wide option to the defender or center mid to pass to. This lets us get the ball away from our net into the wide areas where we can attack and move the ball up the field. Once the winger has the ball in the wide area of the field, their job is to move the ball up the field. They can do this by dribbling the ball, or they can pass it to the center mid for a give and go, or they can pass it long to the striker. When the ball gets into the other team's zone, their job is to get the ball to the net to score. They can do this by dribbling to the net and shooting, or they can dribble to the net and pass, or they can pass to a teammate, or they can play a cross in front of the net. Now let's get into the role of the far side winger. The far side winger is the winger that's furthest from the ball, and their job is to support the attack. This is where things tend to get most confusing for new players. They support the attack by shifting towards the middle of the field, but still staying on their half of the field. If they cross over to the side where the ball is, they will crowd their teammates and make us easy to defend. Instead, they want to stay on their half of the field and create a passing option during the attack. And when the ball gets to the other team's end, their job is to make a run to the far post to receive a pass, cross, or rebound and score. This far side run is critical to creating scoring chances. A lot of other teams won't properly defend this run because it's their winger's job to cover this player, and a lot of wingers won't make the effort to run back and defend, which means we'll have an open player on the far side of the net, which is one of the best places to stand and score. Now let's talk defending. The easiest way to think about defending is it's the winger's job to stop the other team's winger that is opposite of them. This means anytime the other team's winger has the ball, it's our winger's job to stop them. They do this by forcing them outside and keeping them from dribbling, passing, or crossing the ball into the middle of the field. And they also do this by taking the ball from them and starting a counterattack. This also means that they are responsible for marking the other team's winger when they don't have the ball. So if the other team's defender has the ball, they should be marking them to cover the pass. And if the other team's winger moves, they need to move with them to keep covering them. And when they do this, they always want to be goal side, so that they are standing between the other team's winger and our goal. A common error is not being goal side, which lets the other team's winger have an open path to our net. And this applies to both wingers. The far side winger needs to mark the other team's far side winger, and it's especially critical that they do this when the ball is in our zone. This is one of the most common errors in the game. Wingers that don't rush back to mark their wingers lead to goals scored against our team. And finally, let's talk about dribble ins and throw ins. When it's our dribble or throw in, it's the winger's job to take it. Their job is to move the ball down the field. They can do this by dribbling the ball down the field, or they can make a pass to the center mid for a give and go, or they can play the long pass to the striker. In all cases, we want the winger to try to find a way to get the ball down the field so that we can put pressure on the other team and score. Now, when it's the other team's dribble in or throw in, it's the winger's job to defend against the other team's winger. And this means preventing them from dribbling or passing down the line. This is critical to do and one of the most common mistakes. Wingers need to block this down the line option and force the other team's winger to the inside where it's less dangerous for our team and we are more likely to get the ball back. So that's it. That's the basics of playing the winger position. Thanks for watching.